I absolutely despise state tests. Now, I'm sure every state has this if you're not in the state I'm in, or whatever. But yeah, my state has the statewide tests you have to take and have to pass. Now, in middle school, it was even worse because if you don't pass these tests, they hold you back. No, really, they hold you back on everything. Not just that one class, they hold you back on all of your classes. So, let's say you took the English test, you did amazing on that, but you failed the math test. And unless the teacher can show it can show the people, I guess, in charge of the education system in my state, how hard the student worked during that year, they hold you back, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Again, let's say you did amazing in the English test or something, and you do bad in the math test. They still hold you back for all of your classes. No matter how good you did in all of your other classes, they hold you back. I mean, that puts so much pressure on all the kids, and it kind of results in a lot of kids not pass because again, it's a lot of pressure. Kids second guess themselves, and if they originally got the answer right, they might second guess themselves and actually get the wrong one. I mean, really, why make these tests so scary? But in high school, you just have to retake the test like at another time. Like it's like that annoying kid who wants to be your friend but just does not go away. No matter how many times you tell them to go away, it always comes back and eventually, and you take this test. Eventually, you pass it, and then it's off your shoulders for forever, pretty much. But yeah, that I hate these state tests. Here's what I think they should be, though. They should be something given maybe at the end of the first semester, and then at the end of the second semester. It doesn't hurt you. You don't have to retake it if you fail it. It could be optional. But at least make it a test where you could show the state like how much you grew as time went on, like from the first semester to the last semester, like how much did you learn in that time. That's how I think if these state tests should be, like something to show like the state to see how much you grew, and it doesn't hurt you or anything. It just shows the state like how well you do and how much you learned throughout that time since the first semester ended. I think that would be much better. Like, maybe they could give like suggestions on what kind of classes the students should take if they're fine where they are, or if maybe they should move up or move down or any of that. That's what I think it should be. Instead of like these big scary tests, like you're forced to pass, and it just puts a ton of stress on all the students, and everyone hates it. I mean, the test I took last week, I took biology and the algebra ones. Those are the only ones I have to take, and the only reason I'm off all this week and I have to go back to school on Friday. But the reason why I'm off from school this week, with the exception of Friday, is because there are a bunch of tests like the other grades take and I don't. So yay! But the state test for me, it wasn't that bad actually, especially the biology one. It wasn't that bad. I mean, some of the questions were hard. And algebra, surprisingly, it wasn't too horrible either. I mean, that's kind of, I was expecting it to be a lot worse, but, in all honesty, it wasn't too bad. Some of the questions were hell, of course, but I think I did decent. But here's something I hated about the algebra test. You had to show your work in pen. That's right, pen. And I'm sure all of you who watched my last school rants video know how much I hate pens. I mean, and what in like a lot of tests, especially the state ones, you have to bubble in your answer with number 2 pencil. Yeah, it's like that with my test too. You have to bubble it in with number 2 pencil. But there were a few times where I almost accidentally bubbled in the answer in pen. I mean, you have to keep juggling it around and around, and like write in the book with pen, and then write it, and then bubble in the answer with pencil, and you have to keep doing it back and forth, back and forth. I mean, didn't the people who made these tests think about this? Like, maybe a student would accidentally bubble in the answer in pen, like, I mean, also, especially when you're doing work, one of you, like, completely messed up everything. Let's say, like, you're showing the work, and then you're like, oh, God, this is completely wrong, I have to do it all over again. What are you going to do? I mean, it's going to be all messy, you might even run out of space. and there won't be enough space for you to do to show work on all the other questions. I mean, it's just a big mess. I mean, sometimes I get the vibe that the people who make these tests just want to have the students suffer, and if that's true, then yeah, these people are really cruel, and yeah, but that's kind of the vibe I get. But who knows? Maybe they do have some solid reason. I don't know. I hate pens, and I hate the people who make these tests, and I hate the state test in general. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.